Welcome everybody, I'm Jeff Barton, your host in the Las Vegas Real Estate Show. Thanks for tuning in. We're on every Sunday at 4:30 and we talk about the topics of the day in real estate here in Las Vegas and the surrounding valley. Certainly what we try to do is to bring you unbiased opinions, but some of us have our own opinions about what's going on here in the market and certainly the larger area in Clark County as well as the state. A lot of things affecting the real estate market, especially now. Midsummer 2017, the market is very, very active, and what we're trying to do, as I said, is give you some ideas as to the opportunities out there, as well as deal with a lot of the topics that affect real estate. And of course, here, everything affects real estate. It's a worldwide destination. People come from all over, but of course, you all know that, and most people watching this show live right here in Las Vegas or in Clark County. And again, I appreciate you watching the show. So on today's show, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how people communicate, why they communicate the way they do, and historically, what are some of the things that you can do to improve that communication. You're out there, you're looking for real estate deals. Everybody's looking for real estate deals. Right now in the Valley, real estate market is incredibly hot. A lot of properties not available anymore. As you know, the shadow inventory dried up years ago, and we're looking at a very low inventory. We're probably dealing 45 to 60 days on market before a property is sold. And of course, because of the low interest rates, which by the way, the Fed has raised the short-term interest rates for banks twice this year. They're probably going to do it another 2 times. So tell me, why have the interest rates fallen in the last 2 weeks? Well, it has a lot to do with supply and demand, absolutely. But it also has a lot to do with what affects money, how it affects the way you purchase your money or rent your money, which is really what we do when we borrow money when we want to buy a house. And I'm going to talk to one of the guys on the panel, house flipper Omar Merced, been on the show before, and of course Rebecca Fitzgerald, who is our resident in-house expert real estate agent with opinions about what's going on here in the Valley. Today is the entertainment show, and we talk about a lot of things that affect real estate here in Las Vegas. Well, the number one destination for people seeking entertainment is right here in the Strip, believe it or not. It's not New York City, it's not Los Angeles, not Chicago, not some of the other areas in the country, but a lot of people internationally come to Las Vegas. Why? Because you get entertainment value here you can't get anywhere else. Where can you see a prize fight? You can go to the top Broadway shows, and you can also seek some terrific concerts, as well as the outdoor recreation, which I personally like. I love going up to Henderson, like going out to Lake Mead, swimming in the lake. I do a lot of triathlons, so those of you out there who are very active, either hiking or swimming or whatever it is that you consider, obviously off-roading, anything like biking, motorcycle, a lot of great stuff here in Las Vegas and the surrounding areas in Clark County that you can take advantage of that entertainment portion. Certainly the shows, and I want to ask our panel, I want to get in depth as to what's the best show in town, best restaurants, what are some of the nightlife entertainment. I know we have a lot of adult entertainment in town, and that of course is part of what we try to do and bring to you on the show. These are things that bring people to Las Vegas, as well as the very low taxes, and all of these things combined help you really understand the value in the property that you own out here in Las Vegas. We are well beyond what it was back in 2007, 2008, which was a horrible time here. But we're beyond that, way beyond that, and I wanted to get in on some future shows about why lending hasn't picked up commercially, locally, and why, in fact, mortgage lending hasn't really gotten back to the levels that they were prior to the crash. Anyway, I'm Jeff Barton. Really appreciate you tuning in, and we'll be right back. This is the Las Vegas Real Estate Show.
Are you experiencing hair loss? We have the solution with no drugs, no surgery, and no side effects. Experience 100% pain-free results with SuperGrow Laser Cap System, featuring 272 professional-grade lasers that make your hair thicker and fuller naturally. Use it 15 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and notice your hair growth in as little as 3 months. Visit online at irevivelaser.com to order your SuperGrow Laser Cap today and experience unbelievable results. irevivelaser.com.
Ruthless Cowboys, keeping the American dream alive and creating jobs one t-shirt at a time. From fabric to design, Ruthless Cowboys makes 100% American-made apparel that hardworking Americans are proud to wear. At RuthlessCowboys.com, you can shop our shirts and accessories for the cowboy or cowgirl in your life. Head to RuthlessCowboys.com, check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching Ruthless Cowboys. Ruthless Cowboys, we're all about family, country, and keeping it all American. RuthlessCowboys.com.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising, and according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Welcome back, everybody. I am Jeff Barton. I am the host for the Las Vegas Real Estate Show, and thanks very much for listening and tuning in each week, 4:30 Sunday night. And we're really happy that you're tuning in, watching us, seeing what we do. We try to bring a perspective to the show about the Vegas market, what's happening out here in Clark County, certainly in the state, and one of the biggest draws to Nevada and obviously to Las Vegas is the entertainment section of town. And we always talk about all the different issues, whether they're water issues or land issues or, things that really, get people's ire up. But one of the things that really makes people happy about living here in Las Vegas and in the surrounding area is the entertainment, because there is world-class entertainment here and you just can't get it anywhere else. That's why a lot of people come here. That's why a lot of people want to live here and want to retire here. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning into the show. Well, we brought a terrific guest here for you today. And his name is Phil Pareto. Phil, how are you?
Hey, Jeff, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. Now, Phil is a manager. He runs a company called The Marketing Project, which helps both comedians, entertainers in the social media world in order to help them be able to, reach their clients in a more professional fashion. But you're also a comedian yourself, yes?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, well, truth be told, I love comedians. Okay. I always have. Used to work with them a number of years ago back in New York City. Tell me a little bit about that experience working here in Las Vegas.
Oh, it's terrific here. I mean, you have a lot of the retired veteran comedians that come here from LA, right, and they headline all the shows on the Strip, and then you get an opportunity to perform with them. So, I mean, that's great. And, there are also local shows as well.
Okay,
so,
who's your favorite comedian in town right now?
Right now, Carrot Top. It's a tie between Carrot Top and Andrew Dice Clay.
Quick story about Carrot Top.
Okay.
My nephew had a bar mitzvah. Oh, gosh. How old's Carrot Top?
Oh, my
55, 60? He's older,
yeah,
right? He's an older guy.
He's an older guy.
So my nephew, he's got to be 35, 36. When he was 13, he had a bar mitzvah in St. Louis.
Okay.
They had Carrot Top come and do the bar mitzvah.
Look at that.
It was a real blues show, and people were freaked out. But I loved it. I thought it was great. Okay, so these are pretty exciting.
Believe it or
acts.
not, he's probably become cleaner since then.
I bet he has. It's so funny. I love the commercials he does. He has a great act. He has a great following. Okay, when you work with these other comedians, is there a collegiality? Are you all in it together, or is there a standoff? I mean, I always wondered about that.
There is that collegiality, because we're helping each other book each other around the country, and also on film and TV in Hollywood.
Okay.
So yeah, there is that sense of collegiality, and I mean, like in every industry, there's backbiting and hating and things like that. But for the most part, the professionals, the ones that are making money, we try to keep it, collegial. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Now, you also book acts.
Sure.
Right. And where are you booking? Who's your own stable of guys? Who do you have?
Yeah. So I have a lot of national touring comics that have been on Showtime, HBO, Comedy Central. Not the A-listers, but the ones that have had their own specials.
Of course.
Of course. So last year, our show 2016 won Las Vegas Review Journal Best Comedy Show of the Year, the Sapphire Comedy Hour.
Oh, awesome. Where was it?
Yeah, that was believe it or not, it's in the Sapphire showroom of the Sapphire Gentlemen's Club.
Oh, unbelievable.
which is the largest gentlemen's club in the world.
Okay.
So,
The other thing we don't talk about in Las Vegas that much, right? At least
Right.
publicly, we try to present it as a
Sure.
a family place. But as you and I know, most of the conventions that come to town, most of the men that come to town like to go out and have a good time, and they visit
Yeah.
those social clubs. How big is this club?
it's over 100,000 square feet.
Oh my gosh.
It's really like an adult entertainment complex
Right,
because there's a pool, there's a comedy show, there's stuff for bachelorettes,
Right.
a men's show, there's VIP, there's the regular room, and they have UFC events, they have boxing events over there. So
Yeah, UFC. Now that's another interesting thing. I mean, do you get into other than just comedy in terms of bookings or in terms of what you do, or is it just comics?
Well, we try to do just comedy, singers, and bands, sometimes magicians and burlesque acts.
Okay, now
Yeah.
this group that you're describing is a very diverse group, but a lot of them are on the road 24/7,
Yeah,
right? They're
yeah.
it's a tough life. You're out there on the road. How do you help them manage their social media? Because that's such a time suck for everybody who does it.
Yeah.
What do you do for them?
Well, the great thing is that you can do social media anywhere. So in our offices here, we're like the avatar of these entertainers.
Right.
So we talk on behalf of the entertainer to their fans.
I
So
see.
if the
Right.
comedian is busy driving around all these places and going to their shows, they have no time to talk to their fans. So that's what we do. We engage with their fans for them, and then we post for them, and we
see.
do this dynamic video content for them when they are in town. We take video of their shows and pictures, and we
Great.
have enough for them for their social media.
Hey, Phil, thanks. That went way too quick. We have a lot of things in common. I want to have you back, and I really
I'd love to be
appreciate it.
back, Jeff.
Thanks. That's Phil Prado, and I'm Jeff Barton, your host for the Las Vegas Real Estate Show. We'll be right back.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word of mouth advertising. And according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Successful Strategies International offers state-of-the-art PMP certification and an entire curriculum of project management, risk management, portfolio and program management by using unique learning techniques such as online learning, simulations, and facilitator lead programs. Our clientele consists of some of the biggest Fortune 500 companies in existence. SSI has trainers all across North America, Europe, and Asia to help meet your project management needs. Learn more at ssi-learn.com. That's ssi-learn.com.
Are you experiencing hair loss? We have the solution with no drugs, no surgery, and no side effects. Experience 100% pain-free results with Super Grow Laser Cap System, featuring 272 professional-grade lasers that make your hair thicker and fuller naturally. Use it 15 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and notice your hair growth in as little as 3 months. Visit online at irevivelaser.com to order your Super Grow Laser Cap today and experience unbelievable results. irevivelaser.com.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, and thank you for tuning in. This is the Las Vegas Real Estate Show, and we're on every Sunday at 4:30, and we talk about things about real estate, mortgages, anything to have to do with the value of property that we have right here in Las Vegas, Clark County, surrounding communities. We have a number of guests that we bring on each and every week to try to help you decide for yourself, hey, should I sell my property? Maybe I should buy something. Maybe I'm just, a guy that can tell the neighbor about what's going on because I've watched the show. All kinds of reasons that the information that we bring to you each and every week is relevant, and we try to do that with guests. And each guest on every show that we bring to you is special, and I want to thank the two that are here tonight on our panel, Omar Merced from Real Estate Wishes, and of course, Rebecca Fitzgerald from F&F Investment Realty. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Okay, this is our entertainment special show, and I think I've tried to prep you both for that. Las Vegas, it is a worldwide destination for people to come here and either see shows, go to shows, maybe some things that they can't do in their own home states or country, and whether that's in adult entertainment, whether that's in spectacular vistas and hiking. Okay. What's the number one thing that people come to Vegas to do is
Gamble?
Tell me. I don't know. I'm guessing. I have no idea.
I think the draw on Las Vegas is the entertainment. The entertainment, the gambling, the atmosphere, the party, the mega clubs. That's what makes Las Vegas, Las Vegas.
Okay, you're both from Las Vegas, you both live here.
Yeah, and I agree with him. Gambling used to be the number one draw here. It's not. The casinos are making more money off of food and beverage now, and that's why the entertainment aspect is what prevents all these Chinese and Asian people from just going to Macau, because they have their own Vegas there, but it's different. Like, you go there, people are quiet, you're like at a library. Vegas is just so exciting, and people just see the lights, and they want to be here.
And Macau, that's an island in
it's off of Hong Kong.
It's off of Hong Kong.
It's an island off of an island.
Right. I've never been there, but I do know about it. And you're saying that the reason people would come here to Vegas is because it's a little bit. I guess there's more offered here, right?
It's a very small island.
Yeah.
And there's not as much entertainment. Like, they have like maybe 2 shows there. Here, there's hundreds.
Hundreds of shows. Okay. If you were coming here, or you have friends coming here, right? And the reason we bring this up on a real estate show is because this is what drives the market here in Vegas, right? People come here, they love it, they want, hey, I want to move there, weather's always nice. So when people do come here and they're looking for something to do, what do you tell them?
Well, usually they tell us what they want to do, and we have to accommodate it. And actually, in this recent year, what's become very popular is now the recreational marijuana, which is now it's a big thing. It's even bigger. But they always want to come. They want to see shows, and they want to have good food. And we have probably the best in the world. We have some of the world-renowned chefs. We have, I think, we have a Michelin-rated restaurant.
No, we have multiple Michelin-rated restaurants. They bring the nicest, most top restaurants from different places in the world, and they have another one right here. So if you're successful in New York or LA, Chicago, you have another location. Like Tao Brute brought Beauty and Essex from New York.
Right.
They brought Tao, obviously, that was a long time ago. And then there's multiple different companies to do that. Like the Cosmopolitan is like a mecca of restaurants.
Right.
Of just different restaurants. Like Egg Slot is open 24 hours. There is a line with 100 people at all times.
Okay, we live here, right? Does this bother you that you have to go to the best places, but you're still having to wait in line? I mean, Vegas is still, to me, a very small place, even though it's 2.5 million people. I get it. But to me, I still remember driving around, getting into wherever I want to go because the lines aren't that long now. Best places, everything in town has, lines. You gotta smear a guy to get in the door. I mean,
that's always been Vegas, and that's still true to this day. If it's being local, you do have an advantage of meeting the people that actually live and work here, so you establish relationships. I don't think I've waited in a line for quite a while and going into these clubs or restaurants because we've been around, the people, and you're able to navigate that. For the people that are coming in that are the tourists, and you're going to wait for the line and just expect it as part of. But I think they all expect it. I think that's part of what part of the experience is waiting to see if it's worth the wait.
That's kind of true. I mean, but I've always had the personality like of trying to figure it out, not waiting in line anyway, no matter where it is, Vegas or anywhere. But also, you have a lot of places that are popping up around town. Like there's a new restaurant right by like Koreatown, Chinatown called Sparrow and Wolf. So there's a lot of stuff that like they're bringing to Vegas that is like locals. They're kind of copying what's working in other cities, and they're bringing that same thing to the locals. So we're having a lot more options now as the city is, revived.
Okay, you're flipping houses a lot, and you're selling houses a lot. When we're talking about entertainment, how is this used to do that or do that? I mean, the business that you're in is obviously predicated on the fact that people want to live in Las Vegas, and they want to live here a large measure because of the entertainment value that the city offers.
I think it's a huge aspect of living in Las Vegas is because, and Las Vegas is far just from the Strip. The Strip is just obviously what it started it all. However, if you go out, there's so many other things to do, but to ignore the Strip is the draw for people to come live here, because if you want to go have fun, you can have a ridiculous amount of fun.
Right.
The things that movies are made of here. But at the same time, if you just want to have a nice, pleasant night out in the town, go dancing with a nice dinner and drink, you can do that as well. So that spectrum is what brings I think why people move here, is because you want to be at a place where you can go camping, or you can go, camping, or you can go trail riding or just to engage in those activities, or if you want to dress up and go to a red carpet event or go to a premiere, you can do that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I have a saying that I say, my Tuesday is your vacation. So, but he's right. There's a lot of things that, like last month, I drove to Nephi in Utah, and I went camping there, rock climbing. There's like so much just right around us that to do, and you can still drive to LA or hop a plane pretty easily, get to the beach. Like you can go, to Northern California. It's all an hour away, so we're like really central.
Yeah, I think in all aspects of the entertainment world and why people want to live in Vegas is different than why you want to go to Phoenix. It's different than why you want to go to LA. LA is just so large. It's just hard to get around. The traffic. When you boil it down to why people retire here and come here, cost of living isn't as high as people think it is, except for the air conditioning cost, obviously, right? I mean, today is obviously another summer day here in Las Vegas to get up to 102 to 108, depending on where you are in the valley.
Our AC costs aren't that bad.
They're not that bad? Okay, so let's talk about this just for a second, because I think people who are watching the show who are from Vegas, they know what they're getting into. But because the show is now being seen for all over the place through YouTube and through other destinations that people go to watch shows, air conditioning costs, what are they?
My bill's due on the 17th. It's about $170.
Once a month?
However, that's in the summer months. So it's $100. In May, it was $75.
Okay, so it's fluctuated. And do you think that the solar power that's being generated for Vegas is offsetting a lot of these costs, because keeping the price down, because oil fluctuating so much?
Well, the solar panel thing. We have to save that for a whole other discussion. Obviously, the people that do install solar panels and install, I mean, it's a humongous. We are one of the best situated states for solar power, and what happened recently, it's coming back, it's coming stronger, but obviously it's going to offset a great amount of the cost of the air conditioner.
The median house price?
Right. So the median house price here in Las Vegas just crept over $250,000, I think. I have to check to be sure. However, if you compare that with your other major metropolitan areas, we are still way affordable when it comes to the affordability
and also
index.
In Las Vegas is the #1 place to make over $100,000 a year without a degree. So you can make money here, and we have the lowest property taxes. We have the lowest, we don't have state income tax. My mom was like, how do you sustain this state? It's like, the tourist.
Well, the state's been broke. What, are you kidding?
Well,
it's been bankrupt. Let's not go to the...
Let's not go to government, because that'd be a whole other, show.
Okay, let's shift gears a little bit. I'm an outdoors person. I come here to Vegas. I don't want to spend all my time inside. What do you do outside? Where do you go? What are the great outdoor events that you can get into, whether it's the midnight run at New Year's Eve down the Strip, or whether you're out at Lake Mead rowing a boat or going swimming? I mean, what are some of the events?
I think you're kind of hitting them. So you do definitely have Lake Mead for our water people that want to go out there.
They have Red Rock. You can go hiking. You can go rock climbing out there.
Mount Charleston, if you like, that outdoorsy.
In the winter, you can go up to Mount Charleston. It's covered in snow. Like, you wouldn't think that we have mountains. Like, people, again, they have such a weird concept that this is not a real city. But it is.
That's right.
And it's growing. So now we're going to, have the hockey. So that's going to be something else.
That's a big deal.
It's sold out.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
They've sold out a season ticket. So that's something to do. That same arena houses multiple concerts every single Friday. George Strait was there all last weekend.
Yeah, right.
And that is getting back to entertainment in Las Vegas. I mean, we have some of the greatest artists in the world come here for shows. and the iHeartRadio Festival, Life is Beautiful. It is a mecca of where you can come and have a normal life Monday through Friday, and then party like a rock star on the weekends and see amazing shows, amazing talent, and some of the venues are better than what it would be other areas, because they're smaller sometimes, and you have a more intimate connection with the artist.
Yeah, there's a place at the Link. It's called the Brooklyn Bowl, and it's a real bowling alley, but they rent it for concerts. Like they had Echo and the Bunnymen, the old band from. They had them last weekend there. They had this other kid. He's up and coming named Khalid. He's like 19 from Texas. He was there recently. It's a really cool venue. It's a real bowling alley, and they get rid of the lanes, and it's like black light, and it's like old looking, and it's real authentic and
now,
real
when
intimate
you go
setting.
out, do you see locals? Do you see tourists? can you tell the difference between one or the other? I mean, how do you differentiate? I mean, is it just one big party? What I'm trying to get to is that the real estate market depends on people who come here and want to buy here. And the only way they can do that is to really experience all this. So are you experiencing it with people from out of town? I mean...
That, once again, that's another great draw to the city, is that when you go out, not only you'll meet locals, obviously. However, you're going to meet people from Paris, you're going to meet people from Australia, New Zealand, you name it. The world comes here to party. And that's what makes partying even better, because when you're going out, and I'm saying partying, but it's not only that. You know, let's say you want a cigar and a wine, you want to go do a jazz. You
can still smoke in this town,
right? But you can
Italy. They have a saying in Italy, like, we have everything here. That's why Italians are so, like, you know, homogeneous.
Yes.
So they can go to the beach, they can go to the mountains and go anywhere there. But we have that, but for the entertainment aspect, everything you could ever ask for, you can find here. And now since marijuana is legal, like, you don't even have the fear of getting in trouble.
Well, we're going to get into that next week on the show. We want to talk a little bit about the issues that, you know, are really going to affect both the people that come from out of town, the locals, the industry. Certainly marijuana is going to be a big, big topic. Okay, so real estate, house flipping, the things that we need to concentrate on for the people who are going to come here. Obviously, the locals know a lot about it. If you want to go to one place online to find everything about Las Vegas, where would you go?
That's actually a problem. I mean, they have Las Vegas.
That is a problem.
They do have, like, websites, but they're not updated.
It's fragmented. It's segmented.
The best thing is Las Vegas Weekly, the magazine. They actually do a pretty decent job, but still, like, they kind of do almost like advertorials. Like, it's not like they're finding, like, these small, like, one-off type things.
I mean, you would, like any city, I think if you go to the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the periodical of the area.
I have.
Yeah,
and it's not good.
Well, yeah.
Because it's difficult, because they're trying to sell ads for their newspapers, so they're not necessarily interested in selling the shows in town. They're interested in trying...
I used to write for magazines. They actually, what we call them is advertorials.
Right.
Like, companies will pay us to write an article that looks like
news.
And it's not.
Right.
It's just
good to know.
It's just very difficult to find
They've
exactly...
been taking me in for a long time. That's like, this is the greatest thing ever.
The problem with Las Vegas is there is no central place where you can say, hey, I can go here and see everything going on in town. You can go to the Chamber of Commerce, you can go to the newspaper, you can go to individual hotel sites, but they're only going to be interested in what they do. And unfortunately, because without having you guys here today explaining to people watching the show what's going on in town, you're not going to know. Because you can only know about what you know.
I think once you come here and you establish what your interests are, then there's going to be a portal, there's going to be a group, a website that caters, and it can be, and I'm telling you, in Vegas, you can, whatever you can imagine, there's a group out there that does it, and there's a website that helps you figure it out. So like I said earlier, if you want to have a relaxing evening and smoke a cigar and sip a brandy, there's a group for that. There's a place for that you can do that. If you want to go out to the nightclubs, there's a whole slew of nightclub promoters, and so you have the whole gamut. If you just want to try different foods, there's a group for that. So I think once you establish what your interests are, you'll find the people, the groups, the support to help you navigate this
we're
plenitude.
up against it. We got to go.
Right.
Great having you back on the show, and we'll do it again next week. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Rebecca.
Thank you.
And thanks, Omar. I'm Jeff Barton. Appreciate you watching the show, and we'll see you next week. This is the Las Vegas Real Estate Show. We'll see you next time.